Genie grind, I wish I'm getting rich, huh? Remember when I said I hit a lick, huh? I don't really wanna fuck the bitch, what? Willie when I made another hit, okay, like Prada on my motherfucking kid, huh? Louis on my motherfucking hip, huh? Curry how I dunk, no switch, hey, fucker gonna fuck that bitch, hey, if you ain't gon' fuck with me, you a dumb fuck, put up a hit up for that one punch, look at my bank and I'm getting dumb rich, and I'm gonna count it up till 100,
So, oh, I like this one. Alright. Deku will be in his normal day, out in the courtyard where the blossoms are blooming. A lovely day. One not too cold, not too hot. Clear as the skies of the pearl white moon. He just was sitting there with the whole class running around in the courtyard. One moment they were there, the next they weren't. He has no idea how or why. All he remembers is seeing Uraka's face, smiling cheerfully as all the rest of the classmates running around the courtyard. It was almost like that picture fractured throughout his mind. Every single particle of it sharpening daggers into his mind. Why would it hurt him? Why does it hurt his brain to think of that? Where is he going now? He opens back up his eyes, finds himself in a room, one of grand proportions, a church, painted pentagrams, not pentagrams, stained glass, memoriams to their religious texts. Hundreds of priests standing around, staring at them in bewilderment and excitedness. They couldn't help themselves. One coming before them, decorated, honored, an old wise man, one of grand proportions that seemed reveled by the others. You have come. Of course, he blinks a few times and then looks around to find the rest of them all dressed in new garb. One of rags, something of medieval wares. All of them confused. No one answered his question, just finding themselves, patting themselves around, trying to find different articles of things. Maybe something that they brought from their world. Deku checks in his back pocket. His shirt was not of rags, however. It was of his old one. Maybe a glitch, somehow. He checks in his back pocket to find his phone. This is so weird. What the hell? Maybe a teleportation quirk. No time to figure that out right now. As, Bakugo, of course, comes forward, saying, "What the hell's going on, man? Are you gonna tell us, or are we gonna have to beat it out of you?" As Deku, of course, comes forward, saying, "God damn it, Bakugo, just... anyways, priest, please show us the way. Wherever you want to take us." As, of course, the priest looked dubious, trying to get them to follow him. As they follow him through massive courtyards, all the way into the massive, the second biggest place in town, the cathedral, right next to the religious, obviously a religiously, pushed forward, sort of, driven, religiously driven texts that were also on the walls of this one too. The inside was no doubt either, as half of it was a church and the other half was also a sort of courtyard of aristocrats and different people rushing around. It seemed everybody was in a frantic rush to try to get to each other's vacant spots. All the Class 1A, well, the ones that were in the courtyard, at least with Deku. Those who count exactly as Deku counts out their names. Ida, Uraraka, Momo, Bakugo, and Suyu, and also the tail guy, whatever his name was. Exactly, them. 6 in total, I believe. As they walk through these echoing halls, they finally make their way into the main room of the king. He addresses them in an ordinary fashion. You all know the talk, as he explains what exactly they're doing here, to fight off the enemies and to defeat all of them. Of course, all of them should have received skills when they had been sent into this world, as the heroes, of course, of this land. As they, he says, simply just say menu, and it should pop up for you. All of them yell out menu, including Deku. However, his does not come up. All of theirs do. Almost every single one of them had lined up with a different thing, like Bakugo getting Berserker, or, you know, Ojiro getting you. Freaking Christ, I am so tired right now. Sorry. Momo getting blacksmith as her job, actually, not class. Her class is specialized blacksmith in field. Quite an interesting talent where she can use a hammer. Very fun. All of them pretty excited about this, until they noticed that Deku's menu wasn't opening. Maybe a glitch. As they say, oh yeah, and your clothes, they're normal too. He's like, yeah, no shit, I was saying that before. They're like, hey, no need to get mad, man. Ida, of course, says. However, I have one question. How can you throw children into the line of fire? I mean, just speaking from logistics, of course. You have armies, correct? Why not send them in? You are correct. But it was ancient texts, you see. All of you are supposed to be. This was destiny. You must help us, or else I have no other chance of survival. Although, if one of you are not able to use their, well, powers, you were not summoned as a hero. As such. Never mind. As Deku's like, no, say it. Come on. He's like, no, please. We know you must be very tired. Lodging, please. As you know, the lodging woman comes up, a sort of busty elf, MILF, question mark? Comes up with glasses, of course, slick black hair, tied up in a bun, sort of a Japanese style somehow, with 2 tongs inside of it, keeping it together. She puts up her glasses a little bit as the king in his regal outfit contrasts with her sort of business new style sort of contrasts. Very interesting. But she says, right, lodging for 6. All right, I can do that. Follow me. As all of them follow. She points into one room as they all enter into one of the spires, taking up the whole entire spire with the 6 rooms that go up to the top. However, when she gets to the 6th one, instead of giving him the key, she says, well, there's actually something that the king wanted to talk to you about. Follow me. As he's like, I was already following you. Okay, alright, I'll just follow you again. This is so weird. As he walks back into the, the cathedral. This time, however, it was dimmer. It was getting towards night time. As all of the rest of the everybody else was already getting to sleep. The king was sitting at the altar, looking out onto the stained glasses, reflecting the moonlight down onto his sort of glanced eyes. You wish to see me, king? Yes. I'm not gonna put this lightly, and I'm gonna get serious. Your menu. It does not work, correct? No. No. This. Kid. Some people are not meant to be heroes. And those who are not meant to be heroes that are summoned into this world are, well, let's say, treated less than the average peasant. So you're going to treat me as trash? No, you can have your own life. However, you'll still be put out into the field, like a hero. You're sending me on a just a suicide mission. I'm the suicide squad, eh? What if I don't want to be it? Well, then you're no use to our country. And what did I say about something that's no use to our country? It just simply needs to, as he clicks his hands 2 times, assassins come up from the shadows, barely revealing themselves, just enough off that the moonlight glances off of their masks. It gets thrown out. But you, for now, as the assassins move back, shall live. And you shall be our super squad. The one that goes in even though he has no powers. So please, stay as much as you like. Eat as much as you want, for it might be your last. Please, have a good night's rest, hero. I won't accept this. What? You won't accept it? I'm afraid you have no other choice. You'll see. You'll all see. And that means you two assassins. I'll show you. I'll show you I'm better than all of you. I'll show you that I'm not just the person that you throw into your problems to solve all of it. I'm better than you. I am not just something that you sacrifice just because I was born less. Hogwash. That sounds like peasantry talk. Assassins, as they start to come out of the shadows. Take him now. Teach him what it means to be disposed of. As he's taken away by the assassins, they don't sedate him or anything, they just knock him out instantly, sort of brutish way, just to cause as much harm as they can while also knocking him out. He wakes up as he's being dragged by his collar, his jacket sort of, being dragged through the mud as they trek their way through the shitstorm that is coming their way. This rainstorm seems never-ending until they meet a ditch. This ditch lined and spires into the ocean below it. This rocky alcove that they throw him off of was almost 60 feet above the water. By the time he smacks into the water at the bottom, the massive thing could be heard all across. The smack into the water. He falls asleep again, knocked out from the force. He floats slowly down into the ocean. And then he wakes up again. But meanwhile, all the other heroes, they don't know of his death. They are simply told in the morning, given onion soup, and fed properly as they are out to train their skills. Once the king learns that their skills don't actually go any further than they do when they're spawned in, he instantly gives them squads, people to train them and help them hone their skills and to fight out in the open. At least that's what he says. When realistically, they're just given them because they help them fight better. And then are almost sent out in the front lines within the first week. A lot of them worry about Deku. However, they are told that Deku was actually sent out earlier than all of them. Ida finds it hard to believe that, as he was the only one that wasn't given a menu. He wakes up in the depths this time, floating there, staring up to the limelight. This blue aura that surrounds him tends to sting his cheeks a little bit. It kind of wakes him up a little bit more as he opens his eyes wide to find himself in this bubble of healing magic. He can instantly tell that it is that because there is a girl sitting right next to him. A octopus/human person. Somehow perfectly put together as, you know, maybe a 7 cup. C cup. Sorry. As she's staring straight into him. Her octopus-like hair, sort of massive strands that connect together at the tips. She's beautiful, not in natural beauty, but in combining some sort of combination between mascara and different stuff that has been used from the environment, shells that are on her eyelids to keep herself awake. It seems that she had been made by a god, perhaps crafted. As he wakes himself up a little bit more by purposely stinging himself with the bubble, as she says, "Don't struggle too much and you'll hurt yourself. Please, stay a little longer. This is the only thing that's keeping you alive." He opens his eyes to find, himself farther in to this metropolis, this massive underground, futuristic sort of technology underwater. This massive expanse of nothing but open houses, massive trees that are underwater, sponsoring, different parts of jellyfish, hives that these aqua people lived in. None of them looked like her, however. She was almost purely octopus. Just her torso and her face looked like human. Most of these people were mostly human. Some of them looked a little bit on the fishier side. He found himself growing gills over time that he slept there. The people start to lessen the more that he slept. And it got darker and darker until he finally could open his eyes again. Fully this time. He was sleeping inside of a bed, this contained room full of glass, with all of these underwater residents looking at him, taking pictures like he woke up, as he could almost hear what they're saying. All of them wondering, what is he? He became this sort of zoo, as all of them, wonder and aspire about what he came from, who he is. He looks down to them in shock that, he's in this position in the first place.